Hey friends, it's November 22nd in Northwest Georgia, and the temperatures have started dropping down into the 30s. We even had some freezing and some frost in the last couple of days. However, I am still getting peppers off of my pepper plants in the garden, which is just crazy. Peppers are a warm weather loving plant, but they're still here. And so I had an idea. I wonder, can I overwinter these pepper plants? Can I make these plants survive so that I can start them back in the ground in spring and get a jump on producing peppers for next season? Let's see. Overwintering seemed like the perfect solution, not just to save my plants, but maybe to get a head start on the growing season next year. But the question was, could you do it? And if you could, how do you do it? The first step is to prune back the plants drastically. This isn't easy. Cutting back those lush green branches feels like a crime. I'm assaulting this plant. But pruning is essential. It helps conserve the plant's energy while they're indoors. Think of it as helping them take a winter nap. Next, I carefully dug up each plant, keeping the root ball intact. This is crucial. A damaged root ball can make all the difference between survival and failure. Once I had my plants pruned and dug up, I had another problem. How am I going to store these plants inside? I don't have any fancy pots or equipment, but gardening is all about making do with what you have. So, buckets and old pots will work just fine. Just make sure that they're nice and clean. You might even want to spray some hydrogen peroxide on them to get them nice and clean. You don't want any unseen germs or viruses to affect your plants. I potted each plant carefully, ensuring that they had proper drainage and were snug but not cramped. Indoors, they'll need a bright window, occasional watering, and a lot of patience. Or you could put them in a dark place, say in your garage, where it's out of the cold, and this will help the plants to go dormant. Of course, before overwintering and pruning my peppers, I harvested all the unripe peppers. And what was I gonna do with all these green habaneros? You know, I don't like to waste things. I don't like to throw things away, but luckily I was inspired to do a whole nother project on how to make a delicious green habanero sauce. I made a video about that and I'll show you the recipe. Check out that video. The link will be in the description. Gardening teaches us patience and care, but it also reminds us of renewal and of hope. It's a lesson that's echoed in the scriptures. In John 15:2, Jesus says, "Every branch that does not bear fruit, he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful." Just like these plants, sometimes we face seasons of pruning in our own life. It's not easy to let go of what feels like good growth, but pruning makes way for even more growth. By trusting the process and allowing Jesus to prune us, it allows room for something even better to flourish in our lives in time. But we have to trust Jesus. We have to have faith in him. Faith makes all the difference. Overwintering peppers is a leap of faith. I don't know if it's going to work. You'll have to check back next spring and see if it did. But I'm believing in the possibility of renewal and growth. Even when the world outside is frozen, these peppers will live on. And just like the seasons, there's always a time for new beginnings in our lives. So here's to a head start on next year's harvest. Have you tried overwintering pepper plants or any other plants? Share your tips and challenges in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can check out all my videos. And check the link in the description for my green habanero hot pepper sauce video. Now let's get out there and let's grow and be fruitful.